Hello everyone, welcome you all in this course of digital electronics, and this course is generally meant for our GATE aspirants which are giving exams for GATE in India after their engineering. So in this lecture we will first see what will be the things that we will cover in this whole course. This is very much similar to our GATE syllabus, and I am pretty sure you will be already having your GATE syllabus. And so we will start with first introduction of this digital electronics, and the first question you should ask before reading any subject is why. So why we are going to learn digital, and then we will start with the basic things, basic gates. And there are generally 7 types of gates. We will learn all that in deep. Most of you have learned these things in your curriculum course, but we will start from zero and learn many other things for these gates. After that we will go to number system. So in number system we will generally learn different types of number systems like binary, decimal, octal, and there are many more. There are some codes also, numeric codes like 8421, 2421, etc. We will learn all these things in the number system, and after that we will start from combinational circuits. This is our main goal to learn in this course. So first is minimization techniques, how to minimize your circuit. So there are generally some ways like that. Boolean algebra, this is very common way to minimize any circuit. Second very popular is K-map, that is coordinate map, and this K-map is very important. So we will give more time to K-map, and we will forget most of the things about Boolean algebra, because this is the key of this whole subject. You will be doing everything with K-maps, and there is another technique called Quine-Maclauchly method for minimization. Generally K-map is restricted to 3 or 4 variables or maybe 5. But after that, the K-map approach is not very efficient, and you will need a lot of time to solve this. So there is Quine-Maclauchly method, but in this course we are not going to learn this. This is not in our GATE, so this we will learn in some other course. After that, we will start with our MUX, multiplexers, demultiplexers, encoders, decoders, and we will design all these things by using our basic gates. That's what is inside our MUX, inside our demux, and all those things. And after that, very important thing is we will design our gates using multiplexers and demultiplexer, encoders and decoders. It sounds somewhat silly, but yes, we will do it, and you will come to know that why this is important. From gates we can design MUX, and again from MUX we can design gates. And that is the basic of this course again. Then we will learn arithmetic circuits. Again very important. For research point of view also, lots of research are going on, computations and all those things, but here we will learn very basic adders and subtractors, how to generate these circuits, and we will go through simple algorithms to generate. It's very simple but very important. And after that we are going to learn code converters. Here we have seen different types of codes: binary, decimal, octal, and there are more like gray code or XS3 code. So these code converter means we want to change from one code to another. Suppose binary to decimal, or decimal to some 8421 or gray code. So these circuitries, how to convert these things, we will learn in these code converters. After that, the final thing in combinational circuit is PLA, that is programming logical arrays, and the name suggests programming, means up till now you were designing the things by using your pens or doing something, but now you don't have to design fully. You will be given some hardware in the form of ROM, PL and PLAs, and you will just program it, just switch something, detach or attach some switches to get your desired equation or desired hardware. So the three ROM, PAL and PL, there are more like CPLDs and then FPGAs, and it goes on. But we will not learn in this course because in GATE we will restrict to only three things. And after that, yes, very important again, sequential circuits. So after combination we will learn sequential, and then in this latches and flip-flops. This is again very basic and very important. Most of the students confuse in these two things, latches and flip-flops. They have many doubts. So we will put our most valuable times resolving these confusions in our course, that what are latches, what are flip-flops, edge trigger, level trigger, active low, active high. There are a lot of jumbling in these topics, and we will design our latches and flip-flops using our nothing but again gates. So anything you are seeing here, everything is just by using our basic gates. And again we will go step by step to basic applications, that how using latches and flip-flops we can generate counters, registers. And again this is again very important, finite state machine. This is a very new topic, you can say, added 2 or 3 years back in the GATE syllabus, but very important because it is, you can say, generalized version. Why generalized? Means you can generate any circuit, any universal circuit using this technique, finite state machine. There is a specific algorithm that you have to follow, and you can design anything. Anything means, suppose example, you have coffee vending machine. This is very popular example. You can get in any book. But again very important, you have coffee vending machine, you put some coin and the coffee comes out in the specific quantity. So it's nothing but a finite state machine, and step by step procedure. Again your ATM machine is again the finite state machine, and you can give many more examples, anything you can design. So again very important topic for even your further studies and research. Will mostly focus on FSM if you are going in digital design or architecture design. After that we are covering data converters. In data converters first we will see sample and hold circuits, and right now I am not telling much about it because you will not understand its need, because you are pretty much familiar with ADCs and DACs up till now, analog to digital converters, from analog to digital, digital to analog, but you can't do it without this, and we will see how and why. After that, semiconductor memories, will go through ROM, SRAM, DRAM. There are lots of research has been going on SRAM, DRAM still today, and generally few people ask me that how many transistors are there for SRAM, DRAM, all those things. You can't give a specific answer because there are lots of circuits, means year by year the circuit changes, so it's a very huge domain, and I have to put in this course, and I have to work on it, that how I can put these two things in our course so that you can understand it better. And after that, finally, all these things you have learned is why, because you have to build this, a processor. Everything you have learned to build this processor. So we will cover in this course a basic 8-bit microprocessor 8085, and most of the people think it is very old and out of relation, so you don't study. But I tell you surely, if you understand this microprocessor, everything will be a ice of cake. So in this we will see architecture. This is very important. We will go through whole architecture, and we will look into each and every thing, that where is our counters and how you have used your previous knowledge. Then programming will not go too much, but yes, we will go through all the instructions at least, and then memory and I/O interface. So after that, one thing is left with us is nothing but logic families. What is the meaning of logic families is that up till now what we have is our gate? We have not seen yet that what is our gate. So in general, basic electronic devices and circuits, we know that this is a transistor, how you manufacture a transistor. So you know, but gate is not a hardware that you have just manufactured a gate. This is not a basic circuit. These gates you design by using your transistors again. So I have put this topic in very last because I don't want you to go inside that. But in this we will see what's inside that gate. There are many logic families, suppose RTL, DTL, sorry, DCTL, and after that most important for analog TTL, and then CMOS. And there are many more again. ECL is very important because it is the fastest logic, and then I2L also. So in gate they have put only this CMOS. But what I think, these all things are also very important to study. So this will also help you in some other courses like analog and electronic devices and circuit courses. So we will go through all these logic families and we will see how our technology has evolved from the history. Okay, so this is up till now for our whole content of digital electronics, and a few things more that I want to add in it, that while watching our videos, you should have your pen and copy with you so that you can write all those things in your notebook, and don't hesitate to pause it whenever you feel like it's going very fast or something. So in this way you can enjoy learning digital electronics, and it's very interesting.